Coming up this Saturday, November 4th, there's going to be another title fight, but there's a little something extra going on here, and I can't wait to see. But the main card will feature Joe Cordina as he returns to the ring. He's been out for a little bit, but he's going to defend his IBF super featherweight title against Edward Vasquez. Now, Cordina is a champion who has been around with Matchroom, and he is looking to make an impact on the division, guiding himself toward undisputed. But there may be some other fighters who have something to say about that. And I believe that Mr. Vasquez, when he steps into the ring to face him, will find out exactly what's going down. Now, what's really hot and heavy is the undercard, where we will see a rematch between Alejandra Guzman and Ramla Ali. That's the fight that, to me, being a co-main, may be again the fight of the night. So let's talk about this Cordina versus Vasquez card and what could be coming up as well on the undercard. "2023 continues its hot streak with boxing. And as we look ahead, we get a chance to look deep into the excitement of boxing as it takes place in Monte Carlo this Saturday, November 4th, where Joe Cordina will face Mr. Edward Vasquez for the IBF super featherweight title, currently in possession of Mr. Cordina. Now, this fight is going to be a Matchroom promotion, and Ed Hearn had been looking to line Mr. Cordina up and place him in position for unification. Vasquez, whom I've seen fight before, it's been a minute, but he's someone that's being brought along in this instance as a dance partner. But in light of the upsets that we have seen throughout 2023, if he comes in with the right frame of mind and is well prepared, he can continue the streak of fights that end up going some way that no one anticipated. Also, on that undercard, we have fighters like excuse me if I get the name wrong, Shivanti Natshinga, and he'll be taking on Adrian Cruel. And that's a light flyweight matchup. And Soliman Sissoko, a super welterweight up-and-comer, will be taking on Isaiah Lucero. That could be an entertaining fight because both men have between them 16 and 17 fights, and one of them is going to advance. It's a good fight. But the other fight, the one that I'm most excited about, is Alejandro Guzman rematching Ramla Ali after their intense affair in June of this year, where she was able to stop Ramla Ali, the first loss of Ali's career, and it was a devastating knockout. Guzman in that fight appeared to be very strong and took the fight to Ramla and had her going. It was an 8th round stoppage, and I just felt so badly for Ramla because she was hurt badly in that fight and was trying to get up. But more on that in a moment. Let's talk about what's happening with both Cordina and Vasquez. These two men are going to face off in the main event. And Cordina, who's bringing his record of 16-0 with 9 KOs to the ring, he is looking, like I said, to fast track toward unification and undisputed. However, Vasquez is coming in with a record of 15-1, but only 3 KOs. But simply being a knockout puncher is not the make of order here. Being able to fight is. Now, Cordina, who has had some opportunities where he has shined brightly, he's going to have to be careful here, because in this fight, Vasquez, if he comes in the correct way, can be looking to pull off this upset. Vasquez comes from Fort Worth, Texas. He's 28 years old, and with only 3 KOs, he's going to look to surprise Cordina. Cordina's record, the 16-0 with 9 KOs, has seen him in bouts against Rakhmedov, and he also faced Kenichi Ogawa, where he stopped him in the 2nd round with a huge right hand. He's looking for those opportunities to be world class. Fighting out of the UK, Cordina knows that a tough fighter from Wales will get good promotion, especially if he's successful. And this fight is going to be on the road. So in Monte Carlo, can he pull this off? We'll have to tune in to see. But I do favor Cordina in this situation because he is the A side, and Hearn, who hasn't been the best at matching his fighters up, may be putting Joe in a situation where he has to pull things out on his own. But it really is up to Vasquez. See, the play was in effect up until last Saturday, October 28th. That was when Oshaki Foster took on Eduardo Rocky Hernandez. If Hernandez, when that fight was held in Cancun, Mexico, had become successful, they were going to angle a unification fight with Hernandez and Cordina, as long as Cordina is successful in this fight this coming Saturday. But O'Shaquie Foster has something to say about that. And I'm not so certain that Cordina wants to face Foster, especially after the win that O'Shaquie pulled out in this fight. So Matchroom may be scrambling to find out where they can put a new opponent in the next fight if Cordina is successful. So we'll have to see. Now, what about the co-main? We're talking about Guzman and Ramla Ali. The first fight was a rugged match. Ali, who was a fearless competitor, came into that fight wading in, looking to fight and stay in the heat of the battle. But Guzman proved very strong on the night. Certain punches that she was catching Ramla with, you could tell was affecting her. The strength factor was totally, readily apparent. Will Ramla box a different way in this rematch? Just a few months removed from her first loss, and a devastating KO loss at that, we'll have to see if she is up for taking her titles back. And it's possible she could possibly pull this off, but it's not going to be easy. It's for the super bantamweight title, and Guzman may not be ready to relinquish those titles just yet. The IBF Intercontinental Super Bantamweight title is what's on the line, and the winner will have that opportunity to go on and face the world champion. But this fight is very important. Ali is 34 years old, Guzman is 26, and we just don't know if Ramla has had enough time to come back off of such a devastating loss. One thing about Matchroom is they put their fighters in tough, and these rematches are always there for them. But sometimes a fighter may need to face some different type of opposition so that they can work on things to get themselves back in the winning groove instead of going right into the fray. But that's what I see in this card this coming Saturday, and it could turn out to be another exciting card, especially with the other fighters that I mentioned that are on the undercard. But what do you think? I believe Cordina will be successful. I'm not totally ruling out Mr. Vasquez, but he's going to have to show us something. This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are about this fight going in. How do you see the undercard shaking out? And whether or not Ramla Ali can get back in the winning column. I hope she can. I like Ramla Ali. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.